let's talk about the patch notes, okay? Bam, okay? So this is what people are looking for. So this is the reason why everybody's losing their mind. There's like, for those who are maybe watching on YouTube, I'll give a brief explanation how we even have the patch notes without them being official. At EVO Japan, there is currently a version of the game that includes Akuma with the new balance patch. And the people who have played have, well, noticed some changes. The problem with the changes that we're about to see, even though they're legit, they definitely exist in the EVO Japan patch, we cannot know for certain whether any of the changes are gonna still change for the official patch. So take everything that you're gonna hear with a bit of a grain of salt, you know? Like, we can't 100% confirm this is actually happening. Nothing can be confirmed at the moment. But very likely, it is very likely what you're seeing here is probably going to end up being in the official patch, okay? So let's get started, okay? Apparently, a universal change is that they removed Oki after back throw, which is quite interesting. I also wonder what characters did have Oki after back throw. This is probably not a big deal anyways, but whatever. Okay, we'll take that. Now, funnily enough, they actually managed to put in for Ryu, this is the first thing that people noticed, they actually managed to give Ryu the change that is basically mostly requested by anyone playing Ryu, including myself. This is my #1 suggestion for Ryu to make him better. Make the Denjin charge less of a joke. I've always said this. I've always felt like the Denjin charge needed to not be a disadvantage when you do it. Previously, Ryu always had this fight between getting Oki and staying behind and charging up. And now, charging up isn't as punishing because you can actually still play your regular game even when charged up. So now you have the choice between using light and medium versions, which will not trigger the Denjin version. Well, and the Denjin version with a heavy or, OD version, right? This is something that is very much appreciated, Capcom putting into the game. Actually, I really wonder if the OD version is still, if you're able to do the OD version with the Denjin charge or not. It will probably cause the Denjin to be used up regardless of how you press the buttons, but it would be interesting to see. I'm going to try to see if light and medium punch will not trigger the Denjin charge if I'm using the OD versions. So yeah, this is a highly requested change that I'm super happy with. I think this makes Ryu a lot more interesting, and yeah, hopefully this is actually going to be in the full version. For those who are interested, by the way, in like my full thoughts on Ryu for the current patch and how he ended up being, I wanted to release a video about that, and this is probably a great moment to do that as well, since now we know what the upcoming changes are going to be for the next season, so we know what Capcom thinks about Ryu and the other characters. So we could talk a little bit about that, how balancing in Street Fighter 6 works. I think that's going to be an interesting one to make. So yeah, stay tuned. We're going to be talking a lot more about where Ryu is at the moment and where he's hopefully going to be in Season 2. But yeah, let's go. More changes. Chun-Li, okay? So Chun-Li lost a really important hit confirm. You cannot hit confirm medium punch, like the forward and back medium punches into, well, really anything. This was a popular choice into Drive Rush, right? I think those are the normals that they're talking about. Or, actually, I'm not quite sure. Maybe that's the 5 MP. Whatever. Taking away stuff from Chun-Li, I think, is a good idea. So yeah, Super 2, less meter gain. And this one is also very important. I think in general, Super 2 in Street Fighter is very strong. And I'm actually happy they're nerfing this a bit. It's a bit too strong, actually. Kikoken, the heavy version, has more recovery. This is a big one as well. So Chun-Li is getting hit pretty hard just with these 3 changes. We'll see how overall that's going to affect her game plan. Dee Jay, jackknife move distance and hit range reduced. Now, This is something that I've read as well. Like if you do the heavy DP, if it whiffs, it's easier to chase down now. I have plenty of moments where I'm trying to punish a misused jackknife upper, and I'm just not there in time. I need to travel too much. I can't punish it as a result. This is gonna happen less now. What is OD just cool, actually? More damage scaling. Oh, I know the one. The one that puts the opponent into a juggle state. So OD sway into the juggle state, right? That combo did absolutely massive damage, and I'm super happy this is getting shut down effectively. It was absolutely ridiculous how much damage Dee Jay could do just from that move alone. So I'm super happy to see that. Also, as you can see again, Super 2 is getting less meter for a combo if you stop midway through. This is kind of interesting. Like there's an additional punish if you don't go for the full animation. Okay, so now we have Blanka. Dogura figured this out apparently, so it's probably gonna be real. I have no idea how he figured out something like Drive Rush Overhead being +1 on block instead of +2 before. Quite interesting. The Light Punch always combos into medium rolling. So Blanka, like with these two changes, like it's not very much changed, right? Blanka is quite ridiculous at the moment, so I was actually expecting a lot more changes. Maybe this is not the full thing. Maybe this is gonna get updated over time, but yeah, Blanka seems to be doing all right. Cammy had a sequence where she could side swap and then like get Oki off of that. Apparently, the attack when you're doing the side switch will not connect anymore, so you can still do the side switch, but you'll lose damage and probably Oki as well. So Cammy is getting hit here with the side switch. OD's Spin Knuckle projectile invincibility starts late. Oh, okay. So it's less likely to get punished if you're doing a fireball, which is nice. This is actually really necessary. I think against strong Cammy players, you cannot throw fireballs against them, ever. So I think this is a good change for that. Super 2 changed command from kick to punch. I mean, apparently Cammy players wanted that? Did they want that? Maybe. Anyone playing Cammy needs to get needs to adjust to that now, though. Let's take a look at Honda. Butt slam, more distance on block. Light punch does not reach if you block it. Oh, that's a fascinating nerf. That's actually a big nerf. Medium punch, more range. Okay, that's a buff. Headbutt won't pass under jumping opponent. Equals can be punished. I wonder how that's gonna work. If you neutral jump, the headbutt will not go behind you? Am I understanding that correctly? He stops under you. Yo, so a YOLO headbutt is a lot more risky with that. That's a lot more risky. That's interesting. Not expected. Luke, jumping hard punch, much bigger hurt box. And the back hard kick. Oh, wait a minute. The jumping hard punch. Isn't that the absolutely BS move that you could just use to get in? You can finally anti-air that? Wow. Honestly, that was more like a glitch, you know? Wow, I'm really happy they actually fixed that. Yeah, so the back hard kick has less plus frames, so you cannot... There's a specific drive rush combo that deals a ton of damage, and that is not possible anymore. The dive punch is absolutely ridiculous, right? And finally, that's gonna get nerfed. That alone, these two changes alone are... Especially the jump hard punch, though, is ridiculous. But, I mean, this was just a bonus. This was a YOLO option, jumping in with a hard punch, right? Okay. Guile, Sobot kick, less range. Oh, finally. Yes, Guile nerfs. That's what I want to see as Ryu, you know? Less meter gain for loop combo. Didn't mention if it's exclusive to to Super 2 loop or not. We'll see about that. Okay, so he has less meter gain as well. Okay, JP. Super 2, more recovery. Cannot combo from light Super 2 medium attack anymore. Ah, yes. And I'll take any JP nerf, you know? One of the big problems for Ryu. OD Strybog. What is Strybog again? Can combo into from medium attack and target combo. The cane swing. Oh, okay, the spin. Okay. Well, yeah, so that's a slight buff, but the Super 2 being nerfed is really nice. Really nice for, well, anyone but JP players, right? Okay, Aki. The Light Serpent Lash. Less knockback distance on Toxic Trigger, crumple on Punish Counter. Okay, that's a buff. 2 MK. I'm not like a big, like, I have no idea about Aki, but I'm expecting her to get buffed, and she will, right? 2 MK plus 5 on hit. Combo into light, drive rush to medium, like down medium kick into hard kick. Okay, so she has new conversions as a result. Hard punch, faster startup. Venomous Fang, projectile invincible, probably from frame 1. Okay. Okay, so you cannot throw as many fireballs against her now. Medium Serpent Last, faster startup, maybe. Not confirmed, this one. I think Aki might actually become a real problem in the upcoming patch, but we'll see about that. Jamie. Heavy Palm, safe on block, not in throw range, -2. Okay. Heavy Palm is now safe on block. OD command throw, more damage scaling. Guys, I'm not sure like if you've seen my clip on this, but I have a really interesting clip, like as a short on YouTube and on TikTok as well as a video, where I get hit by the OD command throw into a level 3, like CA, and I'm like thinking, okay, what do I do next? But I'm actually dead because it did like 60% damage, and I was not ready for that at all. So that's apparently not going to happen anymore. Down medium punch is +5 on hit, combos into OD palm. Okay. Medium punch is +2 on block. Okay, so he has better pressure now. But the OD command throw damage scaling, I wonder how that's going to affect him. Zangief. So the forward hard punch is +7 on hit. What's the forward hard punch? Oh, the headbutt. Oh, the headbutt. Does he get new conversions as a result? And if you got hit by that, you're pretty much like, you have a problem regardless. Stomping. First and second is not a true block string. I'm asking myself, is this a buff or a nerf? This is actually a buff because if the opponent tries to jump out because they're scared of a command throw, then the second hit will clip them now, right? So that's not a lot though. I was really expecting a lot more. Kimberly. OD Sempukyak. So that's her kick special move, right? Can cancel into Super 2. Okay. Super 1 can choose to not use Spray Can. Interesting. What is Heavy Vagabond Edge? Combo into OD Air Grab. Heavy Sempukyak, faster air attack invincibility. Maybe. Overall, like so far, like my vibe is these are not a lot of changes, but maybe it's just not like fully there yet. When's Super 2 is active? Like this is a trend, by the way. Like Super 2 is getting nerfed with any character pretty much, except for Ryu, hopefully. Ken, medium punch, hard combo, always true block string. Oh, finally. So this is a nerf to Ken, but I mean, it's not a whole lot of nerf, you know? Ken is still Ken. Manon. Back hard punch combos into OD renversé. I have no idea what any of these moves are. Okay, let's just get surprised with the patch. Has spin move into the kick. Oh, what is the other one? Grand fouetté? Something like that. Anyways, Lily. Down fierce, bigger hurt box on whiff, so you can actually punish it. But wait a minute, Lily got nerfed. Capcom looked at Evo Japan and Capcom Cup and they were like, you know what character is really problematic? Lily. Okay, apparently there's no info on a couple of these characters. Or maybe there is already, but I couldn't... Well, it's not in this post as of yet. But yeah, I mean, you kind of get the gist of it, right? I heard something about drive reversal being able to utilize it without being in block stun. Maybe only on wake up, but I'm not sure actually how that's gonna work. I heard something like that. If you guys have any information on that, I'm definitely interested. Can do something like drive reversal on wake up, which is quite fascinating. Whereas Ryu, well, the Ryu stuff, if you just tuned in, is at the top, okay? Ryu's main change apparently is being able to Denjin, like getting the Denjin charge and then not use it unless you really want to, which is fascinating. It's a really good buff. But if that's the only buff, so as I said, like it's kind of odd, like we're not seeing a lot of changes, you know? Supposedly, this is like the thing that is gonna be leading us to Season 2 and an entire year like worth of patches, right? From what I've seen, it looks like Capcom is abandoning that strategy and maybe we'll see more patches throughout the year. I think there are both pros and cons if you do it like that, you know? Well, might as well go full screen, right? I think there are pros and cons with that strategy because now, yeah, if there's a problem, you can more easily fix it. We can have more variety in the Capcom Cup, but we also introduce big inconsistencies for the players. Like, what characters are you supposed to be playing? You have to reconsider that after every patch. I'm not quite sure which one I would actually prefer, you know? So, yeah, I guess we'll see about that. If you're watching this on YouTube, let me know. What do you think of these patch notes? Is there a lot more? I really wonder, did the players miss a lot of the changes? That could easily happen, so let's stay tuned. But so far, this looks more like a minor patch to me and not a gigantic patch that we're gonna, well, stay on for an entire year. I guess we'll see about that. Let me know in the comments below. So yeah,